It's the NFL on EA Sports. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. He was perfect for them a week ago, getting a pair of touchdowns.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by the southpaw Tua Tagovailoa in his 3rd season now out of the University of Alabama.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Tua to throw right away. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a dump off here complete. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, he's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 14 carries, 70 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
From midfield now, Burrow. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Bengals at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over to the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
This one caught by Davis. But the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals.
So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on second and long. Tua completes it to Davis. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Tua. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. From the 30 on second down. Tua on the slant. He's got Hardman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard from 6 yards away. And the Jets have cut it back within a score.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow looking to pass. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Smith catches left side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Burrow out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. A good pickup there, a 22.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To the air again, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he is out of bounds here. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys in great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. First down, here's Burrow. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2, right here 3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Henry again on 2nd down. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 44. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the second-year man from Carolina, this is Michael Carter. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 29. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Tua. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in.
This could be a first down.
Defense.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the play.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will knot us up at 10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will take the lead at 13-10.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Texans who's got the lead in the second quarter. Damian Pierce, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Chiefs out on top. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo with 3 touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Peterson. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
As Jamar Chase picks up a first down here, how about a quick reflection on his debut as a rookie? Set a new rookie receiving record and the Bengals franchise record with 1,455 yards and was third in the league in touchdowns. He became only the second rookie receiver named All-Pro since 1998, joining former LSU teammate Justin Jefferson, who did it in 2020.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Mixing up the middle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to mix it. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Play action. It's Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Burrow will throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Devin Asiasi, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have retaken a third-quarter lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone, a fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
McPherson now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Jets set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Being chased out left. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is caught. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets get a bit closer. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 4 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Inside handoff to Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Second and 1 from the 2. A toss left, Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 2 now on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Tua. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 56 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Burrow. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Tua now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the postmortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Devin Asiasi, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about
You know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Here's a give to Mixon, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Again, it's Mixon. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here we go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Another try for Mixon, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
McPherson on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the throw left sideline here is... And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.